Hello. Today we are reacting to the best scenes of the 2007 film The Zodiac Killer. Um, yeah, lock in with me. The original video will be in the description like always. And you can't forget the glasses. Can't forget the glasses. Gotta get the hair out the way. Yeah. Oh yeah, we locked in now, huh? Let's go.
All this to the other officer
Which other officer?
from Vallejo.
Do you remember his name?
No, but it was right after the murder at the lake.
And what did you tell this officer?
I told him that I'd gone to Salt Point that weekend to skin dive, that I was alone, but I met a couple there. I have their names at home if you want.
That would be great, Arthur.
Lee.
What?
Lee. Nobody calls me Arthur. Also, that day when I came home, my neighbor saw me. It was around 4, but I forgot to tell the other officer that.
Neighbor's name?
Bill White. He died a week or so afterwards. Heart attack, so I didn't think to call to follow up. The knives I had in my car with the blood on them, that blood came from a chicken that I killed for dinner.
What?
I had knives in my car that weekend. Maybe Bill saw them and called the other officer on me.
Well, we'll be checking in on that. But let me ask you something else. Were you ever in Southern California at any time in 1966?
Is this about the Riverside killing?
Yes.
Well, I guess I was there around that time. I used to go down there a lot. I like the auto races.
Foreman says that you're ambidextrous.
No, that's untrue.
You can't write with both hands.
My teachers tried to make me when I was a kid, but I couldn't. I'm left-handed.
He also said that you made statements about killing school children.
That is horrible. That's a horrible thing to say.
So you aren't angry about being fired from Valley Springs for touching your students?
I'm not the Zodiac. And if I was, I certainly wouldn't tell you.
That's a nice watch.
Thank you.
May I see it? May I see it?
I don't know if continuity, is that what they call
May I
it?
see it?
I'm talking about a continuity cut, whatever. It's where it's a sequence between two, a continuous clip in post-production, which is editing.
May I see it?
That right there is a, as you can see, as he reaches out, you
May
see
I
how the
see
clips
it?
don't. So now he's back at the resting spot. He still had his arm out when they cut it, but that's called like a continuity like shift. It's not an error. It's not. They have it all the time in movies. It's just like if you're looking for the right stuff, you would see it more often.
Where'd you get it?
It's a Christmas gift from my mother 2 years ago.
That's very sweet. So tell me something, Arthur. You don't remember anyone you might have had a conversation with regarding the Zodiac?
Maybe Ted Kidder of Phil Tucker at Vallejo Recreation. But I couldn't be positive. I used to work there. The most dangerous game.
What?
The most dangerous game. That's why you're here, isn't it? It was my favorite book in high school. It's about this man who waits for people to get shipwrecked on this island. Because he was tired of hunting animals, he hunted the people for the challenge.
And man is the most dangerous animal of all?
That's the whole point of the story. Great book. Or at least that's what I told Phil.
If it went to trial, all the defense would have to do is call Sherwood to the stand. And there was no way of getting Alan into court in the first place because there was no evidence, Robert.
What do you mean there's no evidence? You have him seen with the ciphers, the military boot prints, the same size shoes and gloves, the most dangerous game, the Zodiac watch, the background with school children, the misspellings of Christmas, the bloody knife.
All circumstantial. Paul Stein's shirt, his wallet, his keys. We should have found one of those things in that trailer. We didn't.
That's the Okay. Catherine Allen states that Lee cleaned out his trailer on Friday after work and moved it to Santa Rosa on Saturday, August 7th, 1971. You interviewed him at the refinery on August 4th.
Yeah.
So he's cleaning out his trailer, he's moving it to a different county 48 hours after you interviewed him? Okay. Look at this stuff side by side. Okay, Arthur Lee Allen and the Zodiac, their timelines. When was the first murder in Vallejo?
Christmas 1968.
8 months before that, Allen is fired for molesting his students, and his family discovers that he's a pedophile. Now, when do the letters begin?
July 69.
After the murder of Darlene Farron, and they continue until you go to see him at work. Now, after that, do any of the letters contain swatches of Paul Stein's shirt? No, because he dumped him, because he got scared, because he knew that you were onto him. So when's the next letter from Zodiac?
Not until January of 1974.
He is silent for 3 years. Then in 74, he feels comfortable again because everybody's moved off Allen as a suspect. And what do we get? 3 new letters from Zodiac in January, May, and July in 74.
But then the letters stop.
What happens to Allen?
He's arrested. January 1975, they send him to a Atascadero. We don't get another letter from Zodiac the entire time he's there.
When is he released?
August 77.
Allen gets out, he types you an apology, and then what? We get our first new Zodiac letter in 4 years.
Okay. Zodiac had to have known Darlene Farron, right?
Yes, because of the phone calls on the night of her murder.
Because of the Vallejo file, we know that Darlene knew a man named Lee.
Yes.
So all coincidence aside, Robert, how can you be sure that Lee Allen is a Lee from this file? Now, Vallejo is a small town, but it's not that small. How do you put the two of them together?
This is a case that's covered both Northern and Southern California, with victims and suspects spread over hundreds of miles. Would you agree?
Yes?
Darlene Farron worked at the Vallejo House of Pancakes on the corner of Tennessee and Carroll. Arthur Lee Allen lived in his mother's basement on Fresno Street. Door to door. That is less than 50 yards.
Is that true?
I've walked it.
Jesus Christ.
What's this about?
Zodiac.
I like that scene the most right there. I like that one.
Vegas.
Let's see. I think this is the last scene right here. Yep, I think this is the last one.
You got the look.
What look?
I didn't mean anything.
Tell me about this painting party.
I told the cops about that so long ago. Darlene always had a lot of boys around, even though she was married. And this one guy was weird, though. He used to bring her presents from Tijuana, and I don't know why she was friends with him. She once told me he'd killed somebody.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe when he was in the service.
Navy?
I think so.
Was he into movies? Was he a movie buff?
I can tell you that he was not into people. The party Darlene threw, people were supposed to just show up and drink beer, help paint, but this guy showed up in a suit and just sat in a chair all by himself all night long, didn't talk to anyone. And Darlene told me to stay away from him. She was scared of him. And a couple weeks later, she was dead.
Sorry. Do you remember his name?
I mean, it was short, like a nickname, like Stan.
Rick?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
How can you be sure? It's a long time ago. Think hard.
I am thinking hard.
It was Rick.
No, it wasn't.
It was Rick. It was Rick Marshall.
No,
Just say it.
it wasn't Rick. It was Lee.
Lee.
Yeah, Lee. Sounds right.
Is this another scene? Well, it's technically another scene.
I just need to see one file.
Even if they connect.
Sergeant, hold that. Sergeant, I just need to see one file. Just give me 5 minutes. I know exactly where it is. Please.
I shouldn't be talking to you. You got 5 minutes.
Here. Linda states that some of Darlene's closest friends are Lee, who used to bring Darlene presents from Tijuana.
So what?
He knew her. Linda said Lee. This is Lee.
That's just one name in a file that contains hundreds. It's nothing.
Dave Tosky
Agrees with me. Our investigation into the subject is over. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was the Zodiac Killer best scenes in 2007. The original video will be in the description. I give that. I never watched the Zodiac Killer, honestly. I never watched that movie. It just caught my attention with the best scenes. The best one I like is right here.
Okay, where's the first one?
While they was in the diner, I like that. I like the scene.
Yeah. So he's
And how they set it up.
Friday after work and moved it to
The papers and the detectives and you got the worker in the back and just the lighting of it, the real like orange warm look they got to it with the diner and yeah, I like that.
Santa Rosa on Saturday, August 7th.
But yeah. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna get back at y'all with another video. I'm stuttering and stuff. Yeah.